Let's see. Alright. Hello. Today is day 26. 25? 26. Day 26 is still stretching mine. Um, Today was pretty good. Um, let's see. The cold shower was rough. I need to get more sleep. I'm hoping today I can get that sleep, but, you know, how it is with these things. Um, Today I took tests. I did alright on them. 95. And, what else? It wasn't really a high stress day compared to yesterday. Highlights of my day were on the ride home, bus ride home. I got to read some more of Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules of Life. Right now I'm at the beginning where it talks about rule number one. Like stand up straight with your shoulders back, right? Like keep a straight posture. And it talks about how, like, postures of, for example, like lobsters, have a direct effect on their place in their social hierarchy, and we can relate this with ours. So people who are more on the lower end of the social hierarchy are kind of like always like slumped over and stuff like that. And the first thing to do for like subconsciously is when you see a person standing up straight and strong is that like they're somewhere higher on the social hierarchy, like biologically. So that's one thing that I learned, and I'm gonna make sure to keep my posture as straight as possible. Um, Another thing is at jujitsu today, it was really fun. Uh, I know that as it progresses, it shouldn't be fun because the session should be more intense, and the more intense they are, the more difficult they are for me to get through that cardio or just strength training. And it's gonna it if I'm doing it like at 100% of my capability, then it should suck. But I'm beginning out, so I need to get the basics done out the way. One thing is, it was in psychology we learned this term called flooding, right? Where you stand right in front of your biggest fear, like biggest possible fear, and what you do is you stare at it, or you put yourself in that scenario, and then from there, um, you sorry, and from there, you're not scared of that thing anymore. And this is similar to what I'm talking about right now in jujitsu, is because the first day I went to jujitsu, I was so scared of like how people thought of me and stuff like that, and just had social anxiety through the roof, right? And I don't think myself as a social anxious person, but subconsciously and within me, there is. And the thing is, after I did that, right, the first day was really stressful. Like I was filled with like all types of stress and adrenaline and stuff like that. But now today it was like any other day, like it's clockwork, like this is normal. Um, yeah, and that's what's crazy about it. So I'm glad that I started going to jiu-jitsu. Not only am I gonna get like stronger and more capable, um, it's gonna be better for my social interaction and stuff like that. So if you are debating whether or not like joining a fighting gym or something, it is probably like one of the scariest things you're gonna do, but it's so worth it because you get over that very quickly. Um, yeah, relatively positive day. Happiness is what you make of it, right? You can put a man in two different scenarios. No, and you can put two men in one scenario, and one of them will be less stressed, uh, happier, and live longer, and the other one will be more stressed and um, live a shorter life. Right? This is proven that people who think optimistically live longer than people who think pessimistically. So the only difference between these two men is how they perceive their stress. If you perceive your stress as a threat to you and your safety, then you're gonna get spikes in cortisol and stuff like that. And if you perceive your threat, and if you perceive a stress as a challenge rather than a threat, then you'll be able to deal with that stress much easier and think much more clearly. So that's what I'm starting to apply in my daily life. Every time I feel stressed, I'm like, oh, this is a challenge I can overcome. Simple. Thank you guys for watching. It'll be a wonderful day. And I do appreciate all your likes and comments. Yeah, be kind because it'll go a long way. Oh, I did not finish.